Jeff back again for one more vid tonight. This is for TKR's 200 subs contest. I think he's way over 200 subs. So it looks like I was already a subscriber, so all good. So here's throwing more support to him. I think he's fairly new. I think I only subbed him like a few months ago. Um, so what he's asking is to show 10 albums, any format, 5 and 5 of things that you don't think anybody else in the VC has. Um, I took a look. I think I have quite a few things in my collection that I'm pretty sure no one else has. So a lot of these I added to Discogs myself, or some of these I haven't even bothered because they're not in there and it's a pain in the ass to scan and so on. So yeah, so I'm gonna link the contest below. So anyone else has anything they can enter as well. But let's get started. Sorry, I left the wrappers on. It might be a little noisy if I point anything out. Okay, so first off, I got Sun Ra. This is Heliocentric Worlds of Sun Ra 2. This is one of the ones I added to Discogs. I think there's only a couple copies listed. I list the one in the Discogs as mine. As you see, it is a Japanese first pressing. Exceptionally rare as far as I know. It wasn't in Discogs. I got it. I think I paid $8 or $9 for it probably because it wasn't in Discogs. Got it from the jazz shop, surprisingly, in Japan. White label. Is that a promo? No, it's just a white label. Okay. Yeah, so just a white label. Might be a promo, but yeah. So I think there's only a few copies of these on Discogs. So I'm happy to have that. Exceptionally, the price I paid. Pretty clean copy, VG Plus all around. Yeah, a lot of these were jazz actually. We'll see how this goes. I've shown this a couple times, at least. Curlew. It's not. I don't think it's called like. It's called Gussie. Um, so I'm sure there's a few copies of these floating around, but I think there's like maybe 500 in total, but all the artwork's original. So you'll see this is actually, it's somebody's sketch pad that's, and they've ripped out a page and glued it to the cover. So that is the cover art. So I think every single one of these has a unique collage or drawing or something on it. So pretty one of a kind, pretty cool. It's pretty solid album. It's kind of more of the experimental jazz, you know, sax, electric guitar, piano, electric bass, percussion, and such. So about 10 years, 20? Oh, gee, that's older than I thought. Okay, so it's 20 years old now. So pretty solid album there. Again, I can't remember if I added this to Discogs or not, but it is pretty damn rare. So this is Foggy Duo. So folk rock out of I think Canada, still in the shrink. And if I want to say this one's actually signed by the artist. This was a thrift find, kind of a blind buy. This looked interesting. Yep, it is signed by the artist. Yep. So, so I think they're a duo, as the name implies. Signed by the artists. Private press. I think there's only a couple on Discogs, and likely I have the only signed copy on Discogs in the shrink. So that's pretty cool. Has a pretty neat, like a freak out track at the end too. So pretty solid album. Foggy Duo. Happy to find that one. This one is not King Kong. So King Kong, of course, that was what Slint's. I don't know if it was a side project, but you know, the guys from Slint. So all this does not match. This is not what it is. So this is a test pressing on alternative tentacles of. It's not going to focus here, is it? It's kind of great. Zenigeva's Desire for Agony. I actually have two copies of this. I got the test pressing and I got my original LP. So that's this album. So this is the released version, and I have not a beat on. I'm kind of curious. And this is the test pressing, a little dirty. So I think I remember being shopping with my friend when we found this. Is this tubes? Yeah, so he has a tube sleeve on it. I should put a better sleeve on this, actually. Yeah, so he gave this to me. Very happy to have that. Got to see them a couple times. Heavy Prague? Yeah, Japanese band. I believe the name is actually German, and not just. It kind of works in Japanese too, but I want to say I read somewhere that it's actually it means it's something like hateful God or something in Japanese, but I heard that it's actually a German word or something. In fact, so pretty interesting. It's kind of metally prog, or extremely heavy prog. It's yeah. So the other artists, they go like one of the dudes is like a noise artist, one's like a prog drummer. They do like what's it called, Zool stuff that fairly experimental noise slash prog, whatever. Pretty hard hitting live. This one I added discogs. As far as I know, I have the only copies. That's right, copies. I found 2 at Goodwill. Bought one, got it home. It was warped, so I was like, oh, there was another copy. The couple tracks I could play actually sounded really awesome, so I'm gonna go back and get the other copy. It was still there, luckily. Excellent album. It's kind of in the management MGMT. It's kind of in that vein. Private Press. I have no idea how many copies of this were made. I don't think there were very many at all. I added it to Discogs, and I have 2 copies. And as far as I know, there's not a whole lot out there. I'm guessing there's less than 100 of these out there. So got the Goodwill sticker in there, so it'll let the shrink. But yeah, it's kind of that neo-psych, pretty damn good album actually. So it's kind of surprising that the band never went anywhere. Again, this one, promo copy. This is not in Discogs. I need to add it to Discogs. So this is Masahiko Togashi with Steve Lacy, so more in the experimental jazz end of things. This is a white label promo or a test copy. I guess it's a white label promo, but just says basically in Japanese it says promo, but it's blank label otherwise. Not in Discogs. I think I paid like $60-ish on it. But even the non test press or promo copies of this go for a lot more than that. I need to add it to Discogs. But it's a pretty interesting album. Actually, I probably should listen to tomorrow while I'm working. So there you go. So Masahiko and Togashi and Steve Lacy. This is after Togashi had his accident. So he was actually paraplegic. He recorded with like Don Cherry. Has some really awesome albums. So worth checking out this album if you see it. But even the regular copies are extremely rare. Heavy in the jazz, this one. This one is, I guess I translate as Kaze. This is, was it Yamashite? Shoot. Barely make it out. So this is Arashi by Yosuke Yamashita. Promo copy again. The regular album's pretty damn rare. I found this in a record shop. It was a little high because like I didn't, I really like it's avant-garde jazz. He recorded this for what we call it, Bunka play. I think it's called Bunka. So it was like maybe you've seen this, like the creepy dudes dancing on stage and kind of moaning and whatever. So this is a creepy ass jazz album. It is insanely good. A lot of like kind of ghost moaning and so on. I almost got 10 albums just on these. Again, white label promo copy. Only a couple of these out there on Discogs, I believe. Got an exceptionally good deal on it. VG Plus-ish. And this was, the soundtrack to the play. These are pretty damn rare. Has a little booklet in there. It goes into the play. I don't know if that's supposed to pop out. I guess it is. Okay. Yeah, so it has a booklet on the play. I guess it's about like nuclear holocaust or something along those lines. pretty damn awesome album. Again, I probably should put this on tomorrow because it is a pretty good album. And then here's another exceptionally rare promos. ECM underwear, Bobo Stenson. So Sean, if you're watching this, you'd actually really like this album. So one of the better ECM albums for sure. And this, again, is a promo copy. And as far as I can tell, in Japanese it says archival copy on it. And it's a white label promo, has like the Japanese inners. Yeah, so that's like all the biography stuff in Japanese. But the interesting thing is this is on the front. I bought a few of these copies. I wish I bought more because they were not that expensive. So it says archival. There were a bunch of ECM onesies. I think it actually possibly came out of Trio's own copies. So I found them in like a Shinjuku record shop. Should have bought more. I kicked myself. I went back and they're gone like a week or two later, of course. But yeah, excellent album. As far as I know, I'm the only one with that copy, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, that was definitely more than 5, but I'll get the next ones really fast. So I'm just going to switch to tapes. Those are just the ones I found. Just the Reform, Urban America. I bought this sometime in the 90s. I don't know. This I want to say they're from Richmond. I'm not 100% because I bought this when I was living in Richmond. Pretty sure I saw them at one of the punk clubs down there. So pretty rare. I don't think many of these were made. They probably had like 100 they sold at their shows. Again, pretty damn rare. Ultra Bidet, early Japanese kind of experimental punk. They've been around since the late 70s, like 77, 78. They're still around today. I got a couple of their albums. This is like the self-titled EP. They just self-released it on cassette while they were living in America. Like I think they lived in New York or something for a brief period in the 90s. I added this to Discogs, and as far as I know, I have the only copy on Discogs. This one, I pushed this a bit, so maybe someone bought it. I don't know. Senyawa Ilaksha. There are a few different versions of this. So all of them are about 50 copies sold. So very likely no one has this on this exact version. So it's going to be like a breakaway case. I don't know what you call that. So I believe they're Indonesian, so it's kind of like experimental Indonesian prog avant-garde guttural rock. I don't know how to describe it. It's very different. So if you like Zenieva, you like these guys. So got kind of the experimental end of prog with a little Indonesian throat singing or something. But yeah, they did a bunch of like vinyl releases, and I guess because tapes were trendy, it was a hell of a lot cheaper to ship this from Indonesia than get the vinyl, so I just went for the tape. I should have got the vinyl or the CD, but yeah, anyway. Senyawa Ilaksha, highly recommend this album. Amazing drum work on there. It's awesome to crank that in the car. This one, quite rare. This is Octopus. I believe they're out of Baltimore. But they fall into kind of a grungy band. A really good album. This album was released on CD. They were selling these at the shows. I don't think there's many of these left. Advanced tape, excellent sounding tape too. It's on probably metal or something. Highly recommend that if you can figure it out. This particular one is, I think it has a record. This is 1994. They were out of Baltimore. Yep. No, Morpheus Records. So yeah, so if you check on Morpheus Records, maybe you can figure it out. So Octopus, very good album. And last one, this is a little drone album, Dream Safari River Submersion. Again, super limited drone album. Pretty interesting. It's one of those ones you like to put the headphones on and just kind of chill at the end of the day. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not sure if I go as far to say background music. It might get a little irritating if you're trying to write emails or something. But this is the kind of music I like. If I just want to chill and not do anything, put some headphones on. That's a good one. So Dream Safari. Probably 50 to 100 copies of this out there, so very unlikely someone has it. Anyway, stopping it right now at 15. I went way over, so apologize for that. So take care, everyone. I could go on, but this is the ones I pulled. So good luck, and yeah, check out TKR's channel. I'm gonna throw the link below.